Lucidchart is the intelligent diagramming application that brings teams together to make better decisions and build the future. Isn't that promising? So today we will have a look at Lucidchart, how it works and how you can get started right away. As always, I assume you are a beginner, which means you don't have an account yet. So let's create an account together. Sorry for that misspelling. Okay, so as always, I will choose the Google sign-in option because I prefer Google and its simplicity. But you can also sign up with email, Microsoft, Slack, many different options to choose from. I will sign in now and then I will see you on the other side. So welcome to the other side. First of all, as always, again, we want to minimize the overload that faces us. So education center, we want to X that one out. Make decisions faster with visual activities, we want to X that one out. And recommended templates, we don't need no template right now. Let's simplify everything and anything. Okay. So right now you can have, let's start with the recent documents with this top bar right here. You can search through all of your documents, which will populate right here. You can create the new ones right here, so you will see all of them. You can change the view, so you want to sort them alphabetically or show them in a list view. There you have some details, so maybe when this document was created or changed and how many people collaborate on it. Here you can get support and notifications of other people that you collaborate with, ping you in a comment saying, let's improve this and that step of a workflow. You get a notification right here and can jump right back into the action. Right here you can upgrade your account, but I think personally if you use it for yourself, for example, the free plan, as you can see right here, also is good enough. Here you can update your photo and let's quickly have a look at the account settings. We want to X out on this cookie question. Here you have user information notifications. I'm a huge fan of turning off all notifications, even like if you work with others. Then you can schedule in your calendar to maybe daily look into your Lucidchart thing, but you don't get distracted when you're working by email notifications or your phone ringing all the time when someone notifies you in like a document and design, that kind of stuff. User settings, these are the basic settings like profile settings, account settings, your language. You can change your password. Right here you can, in Lucidchart, we will only focus on Lucidchart for today, choose auto settings, so how much zoom you want on your pages, but you can all customize this stuff on each page individually. Here, I'm a huge fan of turning off all notifications and all of these ones. Save changes, but it's up to personal preference. And of course, here you have plans and billing. So if you are on a paid plan, you can see which payment method you use and use apps and integrations to enhance your experience. But right now, we only want to focus on Lucidchart themselves. So let's get started with a new document. This simple page, here you have templates, but you can also view templates and integrations on a document page on its own. And yeah, here you have your recent documents, here you have all of your documents and a trash can and shared documents. So if others share documents with you, you will see them right there. Okay, this explained all of the graphical user interface. Now let's get started with a new document by clicking on new. We want to create a Lucidchart document. We don't want to start from a template. We could also import something interesting from another software, but we want to go with the blank document right here. Now we get a nice loading screen and get prompted by using the service. You agree to Lucid's terms of service and privacy policy. Yes, we do. Okay, so this is our first document and now we can choose a role. So this essentially is a question where Lucidchart determines what kind of people use their service, and it doesn't really matter what you answer here. Since this is a beginner tutorial, I assume you are a novice, so you're a new user. Okay, our role, let's say we are in strategy. We don't want to invite coworkers, so simply click on next. And which strategy would you like to try first? Well, there are many different templates. We can always choose from the templates page. So we will start from a blank document. We don't want to learn the basics. We X out on that. We don't want to use or upgrade to a paid version. As always, you want to make it as simple as possible. So on top of here, you can rename this. So let's go with template diagram. So you can find this folder later. You can start, so it gets shown in under the start category. Once you filter through all of your documents, you can see all of the ones you start. You can change the project status. So for example, right now we are in a drafting status, but to make things simpler, we can also choose no status, and that's basically it. Here you have simple file settings. This is pretty self-explanatory. If you want to export your file as a PDF, you go here. If you want to edit your file, you can use all of these buttons, but you can also use the suggested keyboard shortcuts. Then right here you can select stuff, view, insert, arrange, share. This doesn't really matter, so you don't want to use that often. If so, you have a look at it. View, how do I zoom in? Well, CTRL and plus, so okay, that works. And now I know how to zoom in. So you want to learn by doing. That's the best advice I can give you. Then up here you can present and record yourself and share it with others via generating a simple link, and then they can view and potentially also edit depending on what option you set your Lucidspark document. Okay, you move by, so I get this hand view once I press my spacebar, and then when I click on my mouse it grabs, and then when I press both my spacebar and my left mouse button, I can move around the canvas. If I let go, I get this one back, and if I now press only my left mouse key, I can mark stuff. And I can use all of these options combined with the right mouse button as well. So either spacebar and left mouse button, or just the right mouse button. Depends on your personal preference. Okay. So this on top of here is the template gallery. There we will have a look in a second. Let's get started with the simple shapes. So right here you have simple shapes. You can add also more advanced shapes to model something like a flowchart. And you get started by simply getting a shape and drag and dropping it out here onto the canvas. Now you can move around the canvas. You can change the location of the shape, which you can see here with coordinates X and Y. You can resize the shape in any way you like. You can add automatic new shapes. So let's delete that again. If you hover on a shape on one of these buttons, it auto suggests adding new shapes. So with one click, a new shape is added, and then you can drag around this shape. And if you want to go even further, you can design like this pretty fast and pretty efficiently. To zoom out and zoom in, you can also use your scroll wheel on your mouse while keeping the right mouse button pressed, and then you can move around. If you click your right mouse button once, you get these options shown, but we don't need any of them right now. To delete, you want to mark all of them with your left mouse button, click on your delete key, and you're good to go. So these are the shapes. Then we have containers. So these are pre-configured containers where you can adjust and arrange as you'd like. So if you want more lanes, then that works. So yeah, also nice to have images. You can have images populated. So for example, if we go with dog, then we get 3 dog images that we can use straight in our document. We can use dog icons or icons of pretty much anything. Simply drag and drop them into our canvas. And of course, GIFs, so moving images of dogs, also works seamlessly without leaving the software once. Okay. You can link with databases, but I'd say this is not beginner friendly. Let's get rid of our canvas. And you can, do visual activities. But this is as well not that of a use case for many people that are just getting started with Lucidchart. So let's have a look at the template gallery. This is the most interesting stuff. If you want to get started fast and maybe get started from a template like a business process, you can with one click open a template, so you don't have to design anything on your own. You just have to fill in the blanks. Okay, so for example, we have a business process flow template right here. We can click on preview, read some descriptions, and if we say, okay, we like this template, we'd like to add it to our workspace, we hover on the template, click insert, make sure it is the Lucidchart icon on the template. So they are also Lucidspark templates, but we want to just focus on Lucidchart at the moment. And then we have added a template, and now we can customize pretty much anything. So these are the same shapes that you'd find right here. So for example, this is exactly the shape, but the color is changed and that kind of stuff. So if you want to change the color, you can simply click on any shape, have a look at these options, so you can change the font. At any time you can change font size, font color, so all of this stuff works. You can change the background color, so anything excuse me, can be customized. Okay. The only thing left to do for you now is to fill in the blanks, visualize your thoughts, and get going.